Hi everybody, it's Gemma. Welcome back to Pampered Wolf and welcome to the best and worst of 2019. This has been such an easy video to put together. I've liked so many things in 2019, so unless I absolutely loved those things in 2019, they are not going to feature in this video. Also, unless I really disliked something, it's also not going to feature in this video. Otherwise, this video would have been around about 4 hours long, and nobody wants to sit through a 4-hour long video, and I don't want to edit a 4-hour long video, if I'm being completely honest. Anyway, I hope you've had an amazing Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas but you've had some time off, I hope that you have had the most amazing time. Christmas has not started in the Pampered Wolf household yet. It's around about the 21st of December here. This is a pre-film. I have had the worst day imaginable. So I am really happy to now sit down and film the last 2 videos of this year. Whew. Later on, I'll be sat with a huge glass of Bailey's over ice and I'll be giggling at whatever I see fit. So we're going to get started. We're going to go straight into the dislikes, get those out of the way because you all know how I hate those. And then we're going to move into the best of 2019. So before we crack on, if you are not subscribed to my channel already, but you watch all of my videos, please subscribe. If you like what you see, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, you hit the like button, and you also are hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. I upload on Mondays and Thursdays at 8 PM London time, and I'm also on Instagram. If you want to follow me on there, it's at Pampered Wolf, all lowercase, no spaces. So let's crack on with the dislikes, and the number 1 position in the dislikes category is one that I actually haven't reviewed in 2019, but it's one that I have tried. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Bubble Mask. It is back in the box, that is where it's staying. I will donate this to anybody that wants it. This does not sit well on my skin. It burnt my face off. I used this a couple of days ago and my face started to peel. It was burning. I had to take this off very quickly. This stung the life out of my skin. I've no idea what doesn't agree with me in here. I'm not saying that this is a bad product, but for me, this was terrible. Has anybody else had this happen to them? Let everybody know in the comment section below if you've had a similar experience, but this is one of my fails of 2019 that I just cannot put on my skin ever again. The second product within this category, and I'm so disappointed because I absolutely love number 7. I think this has been in one of my faves and fails video. This is the number 7 Laboratories Dark Circle Corrector. And it's just not very good. It's a nice product, but I like to put all my creams on at nighttime, and if I use this at nighttime, this actually has a colour to this. So it's like a peachy colour, which is great if you're wearing this during the day. It will correct your under eye circles because it's a peachy tone. But if you're wearing this at night, it just gets all over your pillow. And there aren't actually any ingredients in here other than the peachy toned colour of this that will correct your under eye circles. It's a nice enough product, but it doesn't do what it says it's going to do on the tin, so it's a fail for me, and I am in love with all the other number 7 products. They are great, by the way. If you haven't checked out number 7, definitely go and do so, but this is one that I don't recommend you go and buy. So the next one in the worst category is the Clinique Moisture Surge Sheer Tint Hydrator. This has got an SPF of 25 in here. I was so excited to try this out. I really was, and it was the worst on my skin. I actually didn't do a wear test or anything because it just looked absolutely hideous. Now, a lot of people have been in contact with me since I did the review of this, and if you haven't seen that, I will link it up here for you so you can see exactly what I mean about this product. A lot of people got in touch with me and said they had similar experiences with this, and unless you use all Clinique products, you are going to get the same reaction. However, I have been contacted by a few others that said They have no idea what I was talking about. It works absolutely beautiful on their skin. I've tried this without any skincare, and I've tried it with my usual skincare, and it just did not work for me. It was a real bust, which is a real shame because it has all the properties of a really beautiful, beautiful tinted moisturizer or face tint. Now the next one in my worst category is going to rub quite a few people up the wrong way, and I think most of them are going to go, what? But this is a personal opinion. Please don't be offended, anybody. I do have an excuse. Bear with me. My next in my worst category is practically anything from Wet n Wild that I have tried in the past. I'm really sorry, everybody. I know that so many people absolutely love Wet n Wild products. This is the blush. I really liked it at first, and then by the end of the day, the sparkles were literally all over my face and it just looked hideous. This is the Quad eyeshadow palette. Again, looks absolutely stunning in the packaging, but it was just no pigment whatsoever. It took me forever to build these colours up. A lot of people did say that I've possibly got duds here, but I have since been out and tried other Wet n Wild products and had very similar reactions to them. So I'm really sorry, I just don't like them, and it doesn't really persuade me to go out and buy from that brand in the future. If you really, really want me to try something from Wet n Wild, if you think I'm going to absolutely love it, then do let me know in the comment section below and I will think about it. Promise you, I will really think about it and let you know. Now, just to clarify, I did have loads of people contact me who live in the US about Wet n Wild. They seem to think that we may have got a different formula in the UK to the formula that is available in the US, and that is really, really possible because it happens all the time. Different chemicals have different certifications in different countries, so we may not be able to get something that you can get over there and vice versa. So it may be possible, but the Wet n Wild products in the UK are completely different formulations to the ones that you have in the US, which is why I don't like them, and yet so many people in the US absolutely love them. But it's just something to bear in mind. I'm not saying rule this brand out. I'm just saying I just don't like it. I'm really, really sorry. So the next product in the worst category is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Longwear Brow Kit. Now, I have been contacted since I did the full face of NYX video, or the faves and fails video that this actually appeared in, by somebody who said this has absolutely saved them when they went on holiday. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's all bad. For some people, it's great, but this just did not work for me. The applicator is really thick and chunky. You can't get a really clean line with this. You have to use a different brush, which isn't no biggie because that happens with lots of other ones. The Wonder 2 products I use a different brush for, but this just didn't work for me. It made my brows look really boxy. And it didn't last very long, even though it said it's long wearing, and now it's all over my fingers. It's just another reason to dislike it, really. I hate getting stuff on my fingers. Anyway, I didn't like it. Some people did. So again, go and try it out and see for yourself, but no. So the next two products in this category are actually quite recent reviews. Really bad. Really bad. This is from Revolution, and it's the Revolution Pro Volume and Sculpt. I will link the full face of Revolution up here for you if you didn't catch that, because there are some amazing products by Revolution and also Revolution Pro. But unfortunately, this Volume and Sculpt just did not do anything. It doesn't have enough hold to actually sculpt your brows in any way or hold them in any direction. So it just didn't do anything to my brows. In fact, the formula actually removed all of the brow product that I'd actually put on previously. So a double whammy of no, this is not worth the money. It's really affordable anyway, so it wasn't a big deal that this is going in the naughty bin, but It's not a great product. The second product is also from that video. Now, if you saw that video, I had so many people contact me and say we had to laugh at your face when you sprayed that thing all over your face. This is the Revolution Ice Diamond Makeup Fixing Spray, and it's just hideous. There's no other word for it. It's just hideous. I'm not even going to spray it. I am not going to spray it. This smells like a gone-off chocolate bar. You know, some of those advent calendars that you get that the chocolate's been around in there for around about 5 years, and you open it and sniff it, and it's just really cheap chocolate, that really cheap old chocolate smell. That is what this smells of. Now, again, you will all know that I am not a big fan of makeup with any sort of fragrance in it anyway. I don't think there's any need, but I do not want to go around smelling like an old gone off chocolate bar for the entire day, and this fragrance lingers. It lingers for a really, really long time. No idea who this is targeted at, but it's definitely not me. Okay, so we have the low points of 2019 completely out of the way. Let's move on to the best that 2019 had to offer, or at least that I think it had to offer. The first one on the list, we're going to go through skincare and then we're going to go through makeup. The first one has to be mentioned. I think I mentioned this in my 2018 best of. Any products from The Ordinary. I am a huge, huge fan of The Ordinary. Their products are second to none. These are seriously affordable products. I wish they were clearer to what these actually did for your skin, but they do so much for different people that I can understand why they haven't simplified their range slightly. It's a little bit of a bugbear for me, but I do understand it. Now, their products are absolutely amazing and they don't clutter them with loads of unnecessary ingredients that your skin might have a problem with. So these are peptides. This is the Buffet Serum, just jam-packed full of absolutely fantastic peptides in a water-soluble formula. Amazing. They haven't thrown everything else at it. It just is what it is. The next favourite in this category is also another skincare product, and also very, very recent review that I did on the brand new Q+A brand. This is another affordable skincare brand. It's really, really stripped back and it's really simplified. So on the back of it, it tells you exactly who it should suit and what it's going to do. This is their Niacinamide Daily Toner. I use this every single day. It's absolutely beautiful. Really nice on my skin. I use this every morning to take off the grime that has accumulated on my skin overnight. And it's just such a lovely product. We all know that I absolutely love niacinamide. It is my favourite antioxidant, and this is one way of getting it into your skincare routine without having to overload your skin with lots of different serums. So absolutely love this. This is definitely one of my faves of 2019. Moving on to the next bit of skincare that definitely has to have a mention, because this has just made my skin, it's changed my skin for the better for a start, but it's also completely changed my skin. I used to have quite oily skin, especially on the T-zone. Now my skin is more normal to dry, and I do have quite a bit of dry patches around this area. That is clearing up a little bit. But my main reason for my skin change is the tretinoin from DERMATICA. Now, you don't need to get it from DERMATICA. If you don't have DERMATICA in your country, there will be some sort of other mail order chemist that you will be able to order your tretinoin from. So at the moment, I am still on the 0.05% tretinoin. I started on the 0.025% tretinoin. Tretinoin is absolutely unbelievable for the skin. This had to feature in my best of 2019 because, I mean, my auntie saw me the other day and she couldn't believe how good my skin looked. And it is all down to this and this. So can't thank DERMATICA enough. They actually gifted me 6 months worth of tretinoin. I now pay for it on a direct debit every single month, and I will continue to use it forever, I would have thought, but absolutely love it. It's a great, great product and definitely has to feature in the best of 2019. By the way, I'm going to link all these products in the description box below for anybody that's missed the name of something, or maybe I'm speaking a little bit too quickly. It is very late in the day, by the way. I'm thinking about that Baileys. Anyway, you will notice that there is no SPF in the best of, and I always wear an SPF. There is an SPF video and the best SPF video coming very, very shortly because I have a brand new one that I've not mentioned on my channel that I love and is my mum's holy grail. So there isn't going to be one featured in the best of 2019, but I guarantee it will be in the best of 2020 and you will be seeing what I mean very, very soon. So do stay tuned for that. So the next product I want to mention is fantastic, unbelievably good, really nice. This is a product from TRINNY London and this is her BFF cream. This sells out all the time. So if you go on her website and they actually have your shade available, I recommend that you buy it straight away. Mine, as you can see, is a little on the thin side. I think I'm gonna have to cut the end off very, very soon and squeeze out every single last bit. I don't wear this massively in the winter months. I could, but I tend not to. I tend to wear something with a little bit more coverage in the winter. This is my summer go-to. The reason I love it so much in the summer is this has an SPF of 30 in here, but unlike other foundations or tints or tinted moisturizers where you wouldn't be getting that value because you're not putting enough on your skin, you can actually put enough of this on your skin to get the SPF value that it has on the bottle. So you will be getting your SPF 30. If you put 3 to 4 pumps of this on your face, which will seem like a lot of product, it will absorb into the skin and you will be getting the SPF 30. So instead of wearing 2 products, an SPF and a tinted moisturizer, I get away with just wearing 1. I love this. It's very, very natural. It's beautiful on the skin. It doesn't cover everything up. It's definitely, like I say in a lot of videos, not gonna hide all the secrets in your soul. But I think in summer, that's what I personally look for. I want to look glowy. I want to look like my skin is really fresh and youthful, but I don't want to go over the top with the coverage. So this is absolutely perfect for me. Amazing product. Okay, my favorite foundation of 2019. There are 3 of them. I could not differentiate between all 3 of these. So obviously, you're going to be upset with me if you are in the US because you know what's coming. This is the number 7 Hydraluminous. This is a moisturizing foundation. It's unbelievable. It's medium coverage. It stays on all day. It gives that lovely youthful real glow to the skin without it being heavy. It's really lightweight. It just suits my skin so much. This is also my mum's number 1 favorite. So if you're in the US, I really apologize. You still cannot get this and I have no idea when this is going to be available in your country. My next number 1 is one that again I reviewed quite recently, and this is the NYX Born to Glow foundation. This is not going to suit everybody. A lot of people have said that they haven't really liked it. It may be a little bit too glowy on their skin, which they haven't found as flattering. This looks lovely on my mum. I love it on my skin. It's really affordable. £10 is all you have to pay for this. And it's just so, so beautiful, and it rivals any high-end foundation that I've ever had on my skin. Really, really beautiful. You can't go wrong if you like a glowy foundation. Now, the next one is the one that I actually have on in this video. I've been reaching for this all the time, and the reason I've been reaching for this is because I have quite a few dry patches from when I had this little bad boy on my face and it really burnt my skin. This I find completely covers those dry areas without sitting in the dryness. I have done a full-blown review on this before and my skin is a lot drier than it was when I reviewed this foundation. I think at the time that I reviewed the foundation it didn't last on my skin as well and it went very, very glowy by the end of the day. That does not happen to me at the moment because my skin is quite dry. I love it. I absolutely love it. So this is the DIOR Forever Skin Glow. I actually went out and repurchased this the other day in my right shade for winter, which is 0N. So onto my favorite concealers. I have 2 of them that I'm going to feature in this video because I just can't pick a winner. I cannot do this video without mentioning the Benefit Cakeless Concealer. I have the shade 2. It works so well for me. It's just absolutely amazing. If I put this on and blend it out with a damp blending sponge, this does not budge. I don't really need to set this in place. There are times if I feel like I'm gonna go to the gym or I'm doing something really where my skin's gonna get quite damp, I will set this in place, but usually on a day-to-day basis, I don't need to set this in place. It will not move. It will not go cakey. It's just absolutely fantastic. And to top it off, it is super high coverage. So if you suffer with dark circles like I do, this is an absolutely amazing product. Now, there are lots of people that say this can be quite drying or this doesn't blend out well. I will give you a quick heads up. If I'm wearing an oil underneath the eyes, this does not blend well. This starts to break down. So if you do use a lot of really rich, nourishing creams underneath the eyes that contain a lot of oils, this might not be great for you. I've also tried to mix oil into the formula to make it slightly less drying, even though I don't think it's drying on me personally. And that also didn't work really well. So if you can't get away with it as is, then I would definitely say this one might not suit you. The second concealer that I need to mention is a really affordable brand concealer. This is from Revolution. This is the Conceal and Hydrate, and this one featured in either my October or November Faves and Fail video. They came so close together, I cannot remember. Anyway, this is an amazing product, but please don't get confused between this one and the other product that looks very similar to this one, which is the Conceal and Define Concealer. The Conceal and Define Concealer is absolutely amazing. It's got just as much coverage, but it's very matte and it can be quite drying on the skin. This one is really hydrating and reminds me of the NARS Creamy Concealer. So definitely don't get the two mixed up because you may be disappointed, but this one is definitely fantastic and I have this one on today. I do find that I do need to set this one in place, however, so if you don't like setting concealers in place, especially under the eyes, then this one might be one to miss for you, but I absolutely love it. So the next product I'm going to mention is another one from NYX. Really sorry everybody, NYX is just an amazing brand. I don't get paid to mention NYX. I am not a brand ambassador of NYX. I wish I was because it's a great brand. But this is the NYX On The Rise Volume Liftscara. This is such an amazing mascara. If you have tried this once and thought, well, that's rubbish, please go and try it again. On day one, it's a little bit flimsy. On day two, also a little bit weak and a little bit floppy. Day 3 and day 4, you are going to get amazing results out of this. The formula really thickens up and really adds volume to the lashes. Now, this has a tendency to clump up a little bit. You are going to get big clumps that fall onto the lashes, but the brush will soon get rid of those. Let me just show you what I mean. So as you can see here, there are clumps of the mascara on the wand. They will eventually fall onto the lash. But if you go enough at the lashes and comb them through, you won't get lumpy lashes. Believe me, I've got it on today. They are amazing, really volumizing. It takes hardly any time at all. One coat of this will give you really voluminous lashes. 2 coats of this, wow. Really lovely mascara. So the penultimate item on the best and worst of 2019, I don't think I even need to say what this is because if you are a regular to my channel, you will have been waiting for me to mention this particular item in this list because I go on about this constantly. You're probably bored of me mentioning this. This is a very luxurious item. It's rather pricey, but it's going to last such a long time. This is by Hourglass and this is the Ambient Lighting Ghost Edit Palette. Now there are lots of ambient lighting edit palettes that there are available at Hourglass. If you've got one, you don't need to go and buy the other. This is just the one that I've got my hands on. It's the first ambient lighting edit palette that I've actually tried and it's just unbelievable. As you can see, it's well used, but the products in there don't look dinted at all. I use this practically every single day and they just don't look dinted. I mean, it's a little bit messy in there, but it doesn't look like I've used any other product whatsoever. So again, yes, this is definitely a luxury item. It's not going to be in everybody's budget, but I do feel like this is one of those items that is worth the stretch. Definitely worth a stretch. Use this all the time. There's everything that you could need in here. So there's your setting powders, there's a strobe highlighter here, there's a bronzer in here, and there's also 2 absolutely beautiful blushes. I have this one on today, I have this one, I have this one. Ooh, I have this one on today, I have this one, and I have this one. Use the entire palette today, you know, wanted to get my money's worth. Definitely one to try out. This isn't going to suit everybody, however. If you've got a really deep skin tone, these shades they're just not going to show up on your skin. These ones probably are, but the bronzer probably isn't going to be dark enough for you. I obviously have a really pale complexion, so these are absolutely perfect for me, but please do bear that in mind before you buy this product. Go into Hourglass, ask them to put some on you. See if you like it before you buy it. I absolutely love it, as I think you're probably aware already. So the last product I want to mention in this video is an eyeshadow palette. Now, generally I don't do eyeshadow palette reviews on my channel because it doesn't feel like you actually want to see eyeshadow palette reviews or eyeshadow looks. They don't get very many views on my channel, so I don't tend to do them very often. But I did want to mention this one. I have done a review on this. If you haven't seen that review already, I'll link it up here and also in the description box for you. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Starry Eyes to Hypnotise palette. It is beautiful. I have it on today. Really, really nice. It's one of those palettes where you can just have a really simple wash of colour on there, or you can go all out deep glam. This is one that I can easily wear in the daytime and not feel like I'm overdone, and also zhuzh it up for the evening with a really deep sultry evening look as well. Today I have this one all over the lid. It's a really, really sparkly, beautiful shade. Little tip for you, if you are going to use this shade right here, then put it onto a damp base because you will get a lot more payoff if you're applying it to a damp base. And then I've just got a tiny bit of this shade in the crease, and that is it. So, so simple. You can get a really beautiful look with using very, very little shadow. They are very pigmented, absolutely stunning. A lot of people said that they were a little bit concerned that there were only 1, 2, 3 matte shades in here. The rest of them are either metallics or glitters. Please don't be worried about that. Obviously, if you don't like metallics and glitters, then this palette is not going to be for you at all. But please don't be afraid to experiment with a little bit of sparkle, because a tiny bit of sparkle goes a really long way. So that is it for this video. In fact, that is it for the entire of 2019. I really hope you've enjoyed this whole year with me. I have absolutely loved it. I have the best job in the entire world. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed 2019. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and click that notification bell. And I'll see you all in 2020. Bye, everyone.